Today I'm talking about a dreaded topic, breakups. They're awful. I think they're terrible, but they're usually for the better. And they are really hard. Everybody obviously experiences them. I'm only 20 and I've had, I would say, like two pretty big heartbreaks in my life. One being extremely hard because we ended things on good terms. And I feel like it's a lot harder to leave somebody when you still love them so much, but it's not serving you anymore. And you really need to be honest with yourself sometimes. And as hard as it may be, sometimes love just isn't enough to keep a relationship together. And I think that's okay. But it's something that's like a really hard pill to swallow sometimes, especially when you really see the good in somebody and you want to stay with them. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But I think that the most underlooked thing about a breakup is that you don't get closure from the person. Like, you can't keep going back to the person thinking you're going to get some sort of closure. And you actually have to give that closure to yourself by just cutting ties, ending it all, and focusing on you and maybe what you learned from the relationship. But it's really easy to look back at the good times and kind of see the person that they might have used to be, or like who you were with them, and you kind of mourn that old version of yourself. And I think that's really underlooked. Like, it's so hard. It's so hard to look back at that version of you that wanted them so badly, that saw this future with them, and realize that that's not your reality anymore. And you kind of just have to focus on yourself, which is, it's just the truth. You can't seek closure from other people. And that kind of begs the question, like, how do you give yourself closure? I'm no expert, I'm no therapist, I'm no psychologist or anything like that. So this is just what I think. But I feel like the main thing is showing up for yourself and having self-discipline, no matter how hard it is. Like, no matter what emotional state you're in, you should get up, brush your teeth, make your bed, do the things you said you were going to do that day. And the more you show up for yourself, like, the better you'll feel over time. And that's just from like my personal experience, and just from what I've learned from other people and just everything I've been through. But I think kind of setting your phone away and like sticking to your plans is a huge factor in like moving on from a breakup. Again, like, I'm no expert, you don't need to take my advice, but that's just how I feel. And sometimes it's really, really hard. Like, I wrote in my journal, I'm gonna read it. I've been trying to go to the gym all morning, but everything is reminding me of, I just want to feel better. One day I'm over it, and the next day I catch myself crying again. I don't know how to get over this. I guess it just takes time, but the good memories are haunting just as much as the bad ones, and I cared about so much. It was a huge part of my identity, which is probably why I keep trying to fill the void. And that is just like, it's just so real, because they really do become a huge part of your identity, and it's so hard to like figure out who you are again without them. And I think just kind of like, what I do is I make lists and I try to like focus on what I need to do that day, and I move on. Like, I don't know, slowly with time I just feel so much better. Like, I genuinely feel more like myself than I've felt in so long, just with a little bit of time alone and a little bit of self-reflection. It's crazy what that can do. And yeah, I don't know. I'll forever be grateful for all of the good times I've ever had with anybody. And for me, I'm such a lover girl. I feel like I love so hard and I can't help it. No matter what I do, I cannot help it. But I've learned that isn't something to be embarrassed of. And it's actually, I'm getting like emotional thinking about it, but it's not something to be embarrassed of. It's something that is great because I win every time. You know what I mean? Like, I genuinely, like, I know they needed that love, and I was so happy to give it to them. Anybody I've ever loved or cared for in general, like, I just love to love, and if somebody needed it during that time, that's all that matters to me. And I've learned, like, over time, I don't know, I didn't really think that I was, like, a great person. Like, I thought I was a bad person, but honestly, like, I'm starting to see how big my heart is and how much I like to give to other people, and I'm really glad that I'm, like, appreciating myself a little bit more and seeing it from an outside perspective, when, yeah, instead of thinking of it as, like, oh, I'm being walked all over all the time, it's like, I'm choosing to give my love to these people, and are they worthy of it or not? That's the question. Is it getting in the way of your own self or not? Like, because if the love, I don't know, if the love is strong enough, yes, you can get through it, but there's only certain hard things that you should be going through. Like, hard things in a relationship should be like normal life problems and small little arguments and trying to figure out, like, compromise and things like that, communication. But when it comes down to, like, somebody's morals, there's no compromise there. You can't change somebody on the inside. And that's another thing that I've had to learn too, is that you really have to look at how they treat other people. Like, are they the kind of person that you want to be? Because when you spend so much time with somebody, you start to reflect them too. And yeah, so I think that's all I really have, honestly, on my mind right now. But hope somebody gets something out of this video. I know I did, though, and that's all that really matters. So have a great day.